Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most common questions I see online. Can you really close teeth gaps naturally? We're going to tackle all of your top searches. Things like, does oil pulling work? Do teeth just move on their own to fill gaps? We'll even talk about when these gaps usually form, and most importantly, what actually helps close them for good. All right, let's just jump right into the big question. Can you really truly close teeth gaps naturally, on your own at home without seeing a dentist? The idea is so tempting, isn't it? A quick, cheap fix. But as we're about to find out, the answer is a lot more complicated than a simple yes or no. And honestly, understanding why could save you a world of pain and money. So here's our game plan. First up, we're going to look at what actually causes these gaps in the first place. Then, and this is a big one, we have to talk about the dangers of those DIY fixes you see all over social media. After that, we'll redefine what natural dental care actually looks like, explore the safe, professional solutions that really work, and finally, we'll map out your best path forward. Okay, before we even start dreaming about solutions, we've got to understand the problem, because knowing why you have a gap is the absolute first step to figuring out how to deal with it safely. First, let's get the lingo down. That space between your teeth, it has an official name. It's called a diastema. And here's the thing you need to know. A diastema doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It's usually a symptom of something else. And that something else can be totally different from person to person.
So, what's behind it? Well, it could be a bunch of things. It might just be in your DNA, your genetics, or maybe you have teeth that are a little too small for your jaw. Sometimes it's from childhood habits like thumb sucking or something called a tongue thrust. That's where your tongue pushes against your front teeth when you swallow. But I really want you to pay attention to this last one. A gap can also be a red flag for advanced gum disease, which is a serious health issue we can't just ignore.
Okay, now we need to have a serious talk. My tone's going to shift a little here because this part is just so unbelievably important. This is where the idea of closing gaps at home crosses a line from being a nice thought to being incredibly dangerous. I bet you've seen this online. People are using these tiny little rubber bands, they call them gap bands, and are wrapping them around their teeth. It looks so easy, right? And so cheap, maybe $5 for a whole pack, and you've got influencers swearing you can see results in like 45 days. The promise is powerful, I get it, but it is a dangerous, dangerous trap. Just let this sink in for a second. This isn't some friendly advice. This is a critical warning from health professionals. The risk here isn't just that your smile might end up a little crooked. The risk is that you could do permanent damage and literally lose your teeth. For good. It's like a silent horror movie happening inside your mouth. Look at how this happens. First, that little rubber band slips up under your gums where you can't see it or feel it. Then, it starts working its way down, tightening around the root of your tooth. Next, it literally strangles the tooth, cutting off the blood supply it needs to stay alive. From there, it destroys the bone and the tissue holding the tooth in place, until finally, the tooth just gets loose and falls out. It's a quiet, hidden process of destruction. And if you think that sounds like an exaggeration, it's not. These are real stories. A little 8-year-old boy lost both his front teeth and needed 4 years of work to fix the damage after his parents tried this. Or an adult who ended up with so much bone loss, pain, and swelling that the teeth had to be pulled and replaced with implants. It's the ultimate irony. You try a $5 fix and end up with a $10,000 catastrophe. Okay, that was heavy, I know, so let's pivot. Let's flip the script and talk about what natural care really means for your teeth. Because it is not about forcing things with rubber bands, it's about creating the healthiest possible environment for your entire mouth. So let's get this straight. On one side, you've got these false natural fixes like rubber bands or even people trying to file their own teeth. Please don't do that. That's all about uncontrolled, damaging force. On the other side, you have true natural support. This means good nutrition with things like calcium and vitamin D to build strong teeth from the inside. It means excellent brushing and flossing to keep gum disease away. And yes, this is where things like oil pulling come in. It can help support healthy gums by reducing bad bacteria. These are the things that are truly natural and supportive. Now, as we explore these different methods, remember that whatever approach you choose for gap closure, the foundation of good oral health comes from within. True strength isn't about outside force. It's about having healthy gums and strong bone. Later, I'll share a simple, natural solution that can help create the ideal environment for your dental health to thrive. So, if DIY is off the table, what's the right way?
Let's talk about the safe harbor, professional solutions. This isn't about gambling on a social media trend. This is about getting predictable, reliable results from experts who actually understand the science of teeth.
For smaller gaps, one of the best options is dental bonding. Think of it like a sculptor for your teeth. A dentist uses this tooth-colored material, applies it, and shapes it by hand to close the gap. It's minimally invasive, and the best part? It can often be done in just one visit. You walk in with a gap, and you walk out without one.
Now, for a more dramatic and long-term fix, you have porcelain veneers. These are super thin, custom-made shells that get bonded to the front of your teeth. They don't just close gaps, they can totally transform the shape and color of your teeth, giving you a seamless, perfect smile that can last for years and years. And of course, if the teeth actually need to be moved, clear aligners are the gold standard today. This is the right way to do it. You get a series of these custom, nearly invisible trays that apply gentle, controlled pressure. They slowly and safely guide your teeth right into the perfect position. It's smart, it's safe, and it's effective. And this, right here, is the proof. Remember those horror stories? Well, this is the success story. A 25-year-old patient who used custom veneers to completely close her gap. Just look at that result. It's beautiful, it's predictable, and most importantly, it's safe. No guesswork, no risk, just a great outcome. Wow, we have covered a ton of ground, haven't we? From why gaps happen to the serious dangers of DIY attempts, all the way to the professional solutions that you can trust. So let's bring it all together and figure out your personal path forward.
If you walk away with nothing else today, please remember these 4 things. 1. Natural care is about supporting the health of your mouth, not physically forcing teeth to move. 2. Those DIY fixes are a dangerous gamble, full stop. 3. Professional solutions are safe, they are predictable, and they work. And 4. Probably the most important point of all, your very first step, no matter what, should always be a conversation with a dentist. Now, I want to leave you with one final idea that ties all of this together. Remember we talked about that healthy foundation? Well, a massive part of that is your oral microbiome. That's the huge community of bacteria, good and bad, living in your mouth. Keeping that community in a healthy balance is absolutely critical for having the strong teeth and healthy gums that every other solution relies on. If you're serious about improving your dental health while working on your smile, Prodentim offers a natural approach that supports your oral microbiome. Now, let's be super clear. It won't physically close gaps, but it does help create the healthy foundation your teeth and gums need. The team at Prodentim is offering a special discount for our viewers with a 60-day guarantee. Check the link in the description to learn how you can support your oral health from the inside out. And that's a wrap. So I'll leave you with this question to think on. What's the first step you'll take towards a healthier, more confident smile? Whether that's finally booking that dental consult or looking into supporting your health from within, the power to make a smart, safe choice is all yours. Thanks for hanging out with me today.